Well, it is a few days later, and made a few little improvements to the garage. I got a fan going, and got my boy Jacob here. And previously, he actually helped install it the first time, the angle kit. So he's basically getting that one all set up, and you guys can see the damage on the old one. So if we take a nice little looky here, you can see first and foremost the K-member was bent a little bit on both sides. I'm assuming that's from when it smacked, but you can see this was supposed to be flat, and you guys can see just how messed up it got. So unfortunately, this is supposed to move freely, and it indeed is not, because I'm giving it a pretty good amount of pressure. But I'm really hoping that I can get the hind joints out, that everything is good with those. But so far everything is looking like it is fixable, salvageable, kind of so on and so forth. But while I have the shock out, you can see everything looks pretty straight up there still. I might take a hammer and beat this part of the frame out right here. I might beat part of that out so that the coilover has a little bit more room to move freely. But I don't really know yet. But now this is the old one. You can see just how bad of a bend it had in it. And then this is the new control arm. You can see how it's supposed to be all the way flat. But getting it all set up, gonna hopefully get it back up on the road tonight, and hopefully might go do some testing. Well, we got the new shock all put together again. This is all the new stuff that I got from Field Suspension. Shout out to them and the boys over there getting this shipped out. My top hat and everything is still good. So this is how the control arm is supposed to look. As you see, nice, straight, not all messed up. And if we come over here, this is how the one is that I pulled off the car. So you can see just how much it shortened it and actually twisted it. And this was even worse, probably about here. But I had Gordon, which you guys have seen in videos, I had him yank it out so I could at least get it on the trailer. And then the old shock is somewhere. Oh yeah. You can see I did a number on the shock, but luckily my lower mount is still good. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold on to that. I didn't need to buy a new one, but just on the off chance that that got bent, which it kind of looks like it did right there, compared to this one, it's not. So just on the off chance that it did, I went ahead and bought a new one. But making some good progress. I went ahead and also flattened, if it'll focus, went ahead and flattened that over there, just to give me a little bit more clearance. And then I realized that this is also buckled from the accident, sadly. So I could probably take the battery out, hit this back out, probably take the hammer, hit this back out a little bit. Might be able to get a headlight back in it, but you can see that it crinkled it pretty bad right there. And yeah, I did a considerable amount of damage. There's still some concrete in my and boom, just like that, the car is put back together. You can see the new control arm is on, new shock is on. It does look like it has a little bit more aggressive of an orientation on caster, but that can be adjusted. Obviously, it's not super big deal. Basically, we have to go in and adjust the spacers on both front and rear. Unfortunately, it kind of looks like I'm out of room spacer-wise in the rear, but I might be able to take that spacer on the front and use it on the rear, because it looks like that might be a little bit smaller of a spacer. But it is what it is as of right now. The main thing is that the car is put back together. And the next order of business is I am going to adjust the ride height. But I know you guys showed you this earlier. I was gonna mention it, but this is the wheel that I ended up damaging when I crashed the Mustang. This is pretty extensive damage. You can see the wheel It doesn't even lay flat anymore. Took a good chunk out of it there, destroyed it here, and that's where most of the impact happened. You can kind of see all the concrete that is still on the wheel itself, but got a pretty good bend right there. I unfortunately, as you guys can see, these tires still had plenty of life left in them, and I really liked how they felt on track. So it does really suck that I got to get a new set of tires, but I will also say that I think this tire saved a lot of other damage that could have happened on the vehicle. I really believe that if this wheel didn't stop the car, it would have been a lot worse than what it was. So I am very thankful for that, I will say. Shout out to Duncan Performance for making an amazing kit, and Steve Mass making an amazing lower control arm for these cars that it literally did exactly what it was supposed to, because I called them. I actually ended up calling them and kind of ran them down like, hey, this is what happened. Is this normal? And they were like, yes, it did exactly what it was supposed to, and it bent instead of broke or collapsed essentially. So that is a huge plus, knowing that it did exactly what it was supposed to do and designed to do. Moving on from that, as of right now, I think I got it pretty good alignment-wise. I measured from the front hub to the rear hub to see how far caster was, and on the driver's side, I got like 113.25 inches, and I think on the passenger side, I believe I got 113.5 inches. But he had it not, Jacob didn't really have the tape measure super straight, but I think caster wise we're looking pretty good. There is a few more, of course there's always more. There is a few more things that I noticed that were a little damaged, but that is okay, because, you know, things happen. But as of right now, the main thing is those tires behind me, these two right here and here, I'm gonna probably swap those to the front. That way I can readjust ride height accordingly. And then I am gonna be getting some new Falcon Azena 615s up front because I really liked how they felt. I am gonna go down in tire size though. I was running a 245/45/18. I am gonna go down to a 235/45/18. A little bit less wide of a tire, and I think it'll feel better up front regardless. Thing is, I'll have to get an alignment, and then I am fingers crossed hoping that I can get this car to the track for Midnight Madness, because I want to drive, man. That is something that I have just, I want to drive again. I really do. So, super happy with everything that has happened on the car tonight and the past day or so. But I am, I'm aggravated at myself just because, you know, I see the damage. I see what I did as a driver, and I know that I made a mistake and it ended up costing me quite a bit of money. But that is also drifting. That is a sport that I knew what I was getting myself into. So you live and you learn, you know what I mean? But also ended up realizing the other day that my fans came undone somehow. You can see the wires down there, and that fan stopped working, so it overheated. But as you guys know, I previously have had a lot of overheating issues with this car, so I'm really hoping that that was nothing. It was just a fluke. It didn't get super hot. It just kind of started steaming a little bit, so I shut it off and figured out the fans, and at least got the left fan working. But I'm going to be ordering some new fans to fix that and hopefully get it all sorted before Madness. So keeping our fingers crossed here, and gonna just kind of power through and make it happen. But like I said, we made a lot of progress, and I'm happy with it, and the car is coming back together slowly but surely. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys coming around. I know it's been a while since I've recorded anything, but we're back. Hopefully I can make some more updates for you guys and more content. Like I said, I know it's been a while. I'm a little awkward behind the camera again, but thank you guys for enjoying the journey. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. So you know what that means. Stay spooling, my friends. Peace out.